Could this be the end for Brock Purdy? Let me put it this way. We just talked about Sam Darnold potentially really struggling and people wondering if the Niners should have kept Trey Lance. What if Sam Darnold knocks it out? What if Sam Darnold's great, puts up phenomenal numbers? He's got a good team around him. He wins. He beats the Bengals. They put up 30 points. I mean, the offense has looked bad the last 2 weeks, 17 points each game. What if they put up 34? And just like they were doing easily with Brock Purdy a few weeks ago, if they can do that with Darnold, do you think they'll leave him in as the starting quarterback? Like, they have a bye week and they could say, we're going to go with the hot hand, or Brock's still in the concussion protocol, or his arm is a little tired, or whatever. Is this like an audition for Sam Darnold? Is there something he could do to keep this job after the bye week?
Yeah, I think that there is. I mean, I think it's a non-conversation if he doesn't play well. He has to play well and they have to win. Both those things have to happen in order for this to even be a conversation. But where this is very different, and I had tweeted about this and people brought it up like, oh, does he want to lose the locker room? He's not going to lose the locker room with that move. Not the way that he would have lost it going from Jimmy to Trey Lance. That was a completely different situation. This team likes Sam Darnold, and the best player on this team is who? CMC, we agree, pretty much the best player on this team, most effective player on this team. Mm-hmm. Who's his best friend? Sam Darnold. So there wouldn't be that issue. Like that's not the issue. The locker room will not be lost like it would have if you went from Jimmy to Lance. It wouldn't be lost. So yeah, I do. I think that there is a possibility. I'm not saying that it's the right move. I'm not saying it should happen, but I also think that there was a possibility of this happening if Brock had played and played bad for a third straight game. So, I think either way that there was a possibility that this could happen going into a bye week. Let me ask you this. Do you think, I'm going to lay out two scenarios for you. Brock plays bad. Brock doesn't play and Sam plays really good. Which scenario do you think more likely leads to a path of Sam Darnold, and why?
Brock playing and playing bad.
Why do you think that?
3 in a row? I don't know. You almost have to go to Darnold at that point. If Darnold plays well, they could say, I don't know. What do you think?
I could see a path for both. For me, I think it's this scenario of Sam playing. And the reason that I say that is if you were going to move off of Brock after a third bad game, that means after 2, you're thinking about it. But the problem is the reason you don't make the move now is because you're not quite sure. You believe in Sam, you like Sam, but what if it doesn't go how you like? Once you make that move, you can't unwind it. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
True.
But here now what you've got is a free path to test it out. So it's like, okay, if after 3 games I was willing to do it, now I know for sure that he can play.
That's a good
Let's just make the move.
So it's like, he's not benching Brock. Brock is hurt.
Yes.
That's just what it is. Brock, you saw the hit.
The Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick situation all over again.
Absolutely. It's a legit concussion. You saw the hit. It was on the quarterback sneak. And so what this allows Kyle to do is maybe the offense works with Darnold, in which case he can make a decision at that point. If it doesn't, there's nothing to decide. Brock was never on the hot seat. It's his job. He was just hurt. Nothing was going on. Nothing to see here.
And the other out that he has is, okay, well, at that point, once you move off Brock, you can't go back to Brock because you've killed his psyche. That may be true, but if they go with Sam and they lose a couple more games, they're not going anywhere anyways. And guess what? Kirk Cousins will probably be here next year. So it doesn't matter what Brock's psyche is. Like, I think there's a real path here. I really do.
Yeah.
But he has to play well. That's the caveat. If he doesn't play well, then this is a non-conversation. If he plays well and they win, don't be surprised.
Well, they won't have Debo. Don't know about Trent Williams. Mm-hmm. Christian McCaffrey's not himself. I mean, it's no guarantee that Sam Darnold is going to take this job the way that Colin Kaepernick took Alex Smith's job.
Yep.
Or that Brock Purdy took Jimmy Garoppolo's job. I'm not necessarily. I wouldn't count on it. I think Kyle might be real optimistic here. And if Darnold does it, good for him, man. But I wouldn't count on it. We've seen a lot of Sam Darnold. And this team has problems, right? You're not just throwing him on a team that's like when Brock Purdy took over, they were already on a winning streak, right?
That's true. That's true.
They were.
Yep.
Now, I mean, they're down on their confidence is low. Their defense is struggling. Their defensive coordinator is like on the hot seat. Their kicker has issues. They don't do anything great right now. And now Sam Darnold's going to come in and be a savior? I don't know. That's a tough position to put Sam Darnold in. But if he does well, this could be the end for Brock.
I think Brock gives them a better chance to win and be successful this weekend. But I don't think the gap is big enough to where it can't happen with Sam. So we'll see.
We'll see. Neil says, I'm already dreading this week in season get sweat.
Ooh.
Okay.
Talk about that in a minute.
Brother Bob says, Iglet, you called us earlier, but arm instead.
Oh, you said that the arm injury. Yeah.
It looked like he got tagged in the head. I don't know. I don't know.
Did.
Nathan says Sam might actually look better than Brock. The Goose says Grant and Jesse do the Sam Darnold podium.
I'm not good at it. You're good. That's your thing. I am not good.
How does he do it? He's got this kind of like semi-startled look like.
He's always confused.
Yeah, I got to work on that.
Everything confuses him.
Beats and Meat says, am I the only person who thinks Sam will light it? Wow, I can even type it seriously without laughing. I'm sure Trey Lance is interested. Francisco Escamilla says the way SD keeps QB1 is if he plays like 5 TDs and 300 plus yards, and it would just be a discussion. I do think Purdue keeps the job, though. Thoughts?
I don't think it has to be that good at all. I think if he throws a couple touchdowns, doesn't turn the ball over, and they win, it's a discussion.
Yeah, they could just say he's still in the concussion protocol. And Nunez says, CMC, Kittle, and Kyle love Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold will flourish and look like Steve Young on Sunday. All right. Hey, I like Steve Young. So if he could do that. Yeah. FT Niner fan LA says, Brock was damn near perfect last year going undefeated. Excellent this year, leading all quarterbacks in almost every stat. Has a bad game, 2 costly throws. Next game, yup, this is who Brock is, Grant. I didn't say that. But your profile picture is Brock Purdy. So I just want to point that out. Chris Telerico says, Ghost will be fine for a game or so. Ghosts. After that, I don't know. Football gods know about karma. They brought this on themselves, and I am down to see this. Kirk is here next season regardless.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like that's exactly it. In this offense with Kyle Shanahan, you could see a scenario where Sam looks good for a game or a couple, and that's all it takes. That's all. We only need one really good game out of him to be like, oh gosh, is this a conversation? It's not like they need 5 or 6 in a row in order for him to take this job potentially. Like, it just takes one game for it to be a conversation. Now, I think Sam Darnold long-term, I think that would be a disaster. I think it would be a mistake, but I'm not the quarterback polygamist. That's Kyle.